Oh yeah, I was thinking about that too when we were there. So yeah.
Yeah, just a little so we could put our comrades in it.
I am Sally Sexy,
I'm Mitch Gigundo,
and this is
the Crazy Camming Couple Podcast.
with special guest star Lily the Barking Bean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sexy episode of Sexy Sally Does Mitch Gigundo in the Ass.
The assing shall continue.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Until the ejaculation is complete. We got a lot. We got a lot to go over.
We blew quite a load this week. Is that what you're saying?
We're exhausted again. So I think we discussed the fact that we redid your room downstairs.
Yes, we discussed that.
Well, then we decided to redo our bedroom. And when I'm saying redo, I got rid of an armoire that I've had for over 20 years. Just because it was broken, it wasn't functioning anymore. It was near and dear. My late mother had got that for me as a housewarming gift when I bought my first home when I was single before Mitch. So it had a lot of memories and went a lot of places, and it wore out. But luckily, instead of throwing it out, my neighbor took it. So they're using it. So that was a happy ending for me with that. So we got rid of that. I bought a new platform bed frame because the one we had was probably like 10 years or older. It came from the other house. It was a little beat up, and I'm like, we just needed something new. And so we got rid of the old one. We put this one in. It was a lot of work to put together.
There's a lot of pieces to that,
Yeah.
man. A lot of assembly maybe required.
So, we got the old furniture out. I cleaned the floors. We emptied the room out. We built a new bed frame, put the bed on, and the bed frame was way bigger than the king bed that we have.
Way bigger.
Way bigger.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like at least the old bed frame actually fit the bed.
The old one was bigger than the mattress, but you didn't realize it because because it had that thing underneath it, and it was wooden, and you didn't really notice. But this has slats on it, and it was like, whoa, there's all these. So once we moved it, so it was sort of centered in there, it just had that black edge around it.
Yeah.
And we got it to work, but we started looking at it, and we're like, what the fuck? What is this? Some kind of Chinese thing where they fucked up the measurements? And then we started looking, and it was like all of the king size frames are like 3 to 4 inches all around, bigger than the mattress.
Yeah, it's really
weird.
Why
would you do that?
Yeah, but I mean, it was cheap. It was $169, so it's not like I didn't really spend a lot on it. But I have to say, it's upholstered, and I really like it. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I know what I like. It's definitely taller than the other one, and I like having the bed high up in the air. I like that. I don't know why. I feel as though I'm sleeping in a king. But yeah, I like it. It's cool. I'm cool with it, man. I'm down.
Yeah, and we rearranged it, and we got rid of a lot of stuff. Like, dude, it's just way too much furniture in the room. It felt cluttered, and things didn't function right. And I feel like we even changed out the TV stand.
Yeah, we used to have the TV on top of the armoire.
Armoire.
And so we took the TV, we put it on top of one of the old nightstands, and it was just a touch too low. I had a great view of my feet, but it was blocking the TV. So we were like, all right, fuck it, we'll get like something like we have downstairs. Downstairs we have the TV on a rolling TV stand where you put and you can roll it around. And because we don't really have a good wall to put it on, and we don't really sit down there and watch too much TV, so I was like, let's get a TV stand. Why not just mount the TV on the wall, I guess is the question.
Yeah.
Because the 140-year-old house has plaster and lath walls, and you don't want to risk putting the TV on the plaster and lath walls and ripping it down.
And why is that? You see the cracks running through the walls?
Yeah, it has a tendency to crack.
Yeah. The ceiling's cracked. It's just cracked.
It's 140 years old. So we got this, put it up. It looks really good by the bed there. Put our little Alexa Echo device below it. And now we're cooking.
Yeah, it looks. I'm really stoked. We totally rearranged it. We don't have the bed against a window anymore, so my head's not freezing and you're not freezing. It was getting really cold. So I feel really good about the bedroom.
The bedroom, which we don't have a lot of sex in the bedroom. We only occasionally when we make a video. We use the bed, but we sleep and relax there quite often.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have it set up nicely.
Yeah, it is. I'm really stoked on it. It's got such a good feel about it. So I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, man. Cool with it.
And then you might notice the next thing we did.
We got rid of the people who've been watching the podcast for a while have seen us go from the red old couch
way before Mitch arrived in my life. That was my couch
futon.
Yeah, it turned into a bed. It was a really neat thing. I liked it. It was fun.
But it just became painful to do what we were doing on it. And it was old and it was well used.
Very well used. Because that we did have sex on before we did this.
And so then we got the idea of getting the futon. We got that cheap futon from Amazon. Mm-hmm. And we thought it was going to be good. And it just didn't work out well.
It hurt our knees.
Yeah, it hurts
really
the knees,
bad.
man. There wasn't enough cushion on the cushion.
No.
And so, as you know, we have a Liberator sex couch.
Yeah.
Cue the sexy music.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, wow.
And we started saying, like, what can we use that's better? And Sally was like, oh, we should get something that's like that. Like, we need something that's very cushiony that you can sit.
like a double decker Liberator. Do they make those?
So, I found the kid thing. Remember that was big. Apparently during the pandemic, all these parents bought these kid foam things. And I was like, we should get this, but it was a little bit too small. So we started looking around, and then I noticed at the Liberator site, if you go all the way down to the bottom, they had a link to their other things that they manufactured, and it was jaxx.com, JAXX.com. Mm-hmm. And they make regular furniture out of the same stuff they make the Liberator, because the Liberator is really good. Like, it's solid but soft.
Love it. It's the most comfortable thing. Like, honestly, if they made that like in a triple wide, that would be in my living room because I would watch TV on that.
You take the center out, you just like melt down into that thing and just chill.
Yeah.
So I saw
Liberator. So if you're listening, wider.
Wider Liberator.
Wider.
Yes, for couples.
Yeah.
So I saw this thing and I showed it to her, and she's like, let's take a look.
Well, first on the Liberator site, they had that bed with the cuffs.
Yes. Yeah. We were looking at that. Like but we determined that it was going to be too low.
But not only that, we were like, how do we sit on it? There
was no way to have a back to it.
Yeah, and you were talking about getting the wedges, and I'm like, I don't know. Not that I was opposed, but I just didn't think it would take up a lot of room, and I don't know, would it have fit in here?
Yeah, it would have fit.
Okay,
it definitely would have fit. But this is better because what you're looking at right now, if we wanted to, we could potentially our back armrest and backrest. You flip this thing forward. It's held together right here.
Yeah.
You flip it over and you take these three other cushions.
Yeah.
You can't see on the podcast, but you can see on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you take these, you stuff them in the center, and you got basically a queen size bed that you're laying on.
Yes. And it's so freaking comfortable. And you know what? I'm eventually going to get one of these for our living room and replace the couch that's there because I absolutely can't stand the couch that I bought. We've had it for a few years, and that replaced our other 13-year-old set.
Yeah, that was the one your mom got us
for a housewarming gift.
Yes.
And I had bought it's like a couch, but it's one of the ones that folds down into a bed, and it's got the lounger on the side, but the thing is, it's got the one section that turns into like a separate seating area, and it's constantly moving
It
around.
slides out.
So if you're trying to lay on it as a couch, you're literally falling in a hole eventually with it. And I'm just fed up with it. I can't. So
yeah, what we would do it. We would go down there because we have our little fireplace down there, so we want to snuggle by the fireplace.
Yeah.
Throw the bed together,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would lay down there. And no matter which way we did it, we would always slide out in the middle of the night. We're like falling into a hole. And this isn't working the way we thought it would.
No, and it was that, and plus I had a couple really little old dogs, and they couldn't go upstairs at night, or they would fall down the stairs. So we would sleep downstairs to be with them too. The Midge and the Millie.
Yes, Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem. May they rest in peace. And that was the other reason for wanting to sleep downstairs and having something comfortable, because we would end up with a futon on the floor, and we'd sleep on the floor with them. So we would do anything for our dogs.
Do anything.
And we have. And so that was the long sordid history that led us to this thing, and I'm in love with it.
Yeah, it's good. It works good. We can bone on it. We can hang out on it. It was
It's
good.
so firm. And the thing is, it comes completely compressed in a tiny box, and it'll expand 5,000 times its size.
It expands. Oh, it gets hard. Oh, yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm really impressed at how it expanded, because this thing is not squishing anywhere. It's firm. Very firm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the other thing we did. So we had to carry all that furniture outside down 2 to 3 either 3 flights of stairs or 2 flights of stairs. It was a lot of work.
A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, getting the arm wire and the old bed, and the
Everything out.
all the end tables.
The futon.
We brought 3 end tables out of here. 3 end tables? 2?
Yeah, and 3 ottomans. There was so much shit that we had up here that we didn't really need,
Yeah, it just sort of wound up here. As we were doing this and getting into doing this, we'll use this to hold this. We'll use this to hold that. We'll use this to put over here. We'll use this. And we just started to bring all the stuff up here. And now.
And we have a nice, new, sleek table to put the monitors on.
And the sex toys.
And we have sex toy holders. Like, there's this little, it came with the table. It was like a holding device on the side of it. So we got dildos and things in there. And we have the old paper rack over here that's got our wipes and pantyhose and all sorts of other toys in there. And yeah, so I feel like everything's starting to just settle in and find its place. And I'm loving it. I'm very loving it. And then what else happened?
Well, you might notice that Sally has different hair now.
Oh yeah, I cut my hair. It'll grow back. I know some people don't like it when you cut your hair, but it needed it. And I needed a break because it was just so knotted and long, and it felt dead. And I'm digging it. I say Joan Jett. He says Leather Tuscadero.
Tuscadero. I thought Leather Tuscadero was hot back in the day. I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing.
I don't know. I think it's just a me thing.
It's Susie Quattro, man. She's one of the the hell's the name of that all-girl group that Joan Jett.
The Runaways?
The Runaways, yeah.
She was in the Runaways?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, wow. No kidding. I didn't know that.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know who that was. There's Leather Tuscadero and Pinky Tuscadero. Pinky was who Fonzie dated for a while.
Yeah.
Yo, hey.
Yeah, we're dating ourselves.
Yeah, definitely, right? Holy shit.
That was my childhood, was Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
It's funny, when we were watching that show when we were kids, that was actually our parents watching their use from the 50s. So you didn't think about that, like, wow, that was like when they were young.
Not even. That was their adulthood, because they were born in my dad and your mom was the 20s. My mom was in the 30s. So in the 40s, in the 50s, they'd be about 20, right? Yeah.
In the 50s, they'd be 27, 26, 27 years old. So they would be more, they would be an older fun. They wouldn't be the Cunningham parents' age, because that would be their parents. It would be they wouldn't have been teenagers in the 50s, but they would have been.
Actually, they probably would have started having kids in the 20s.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my parents did. They had their first kid when they were 23, 20.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
No, my sister's 73, so that's 1949. Yeah. 23, 24.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. Happy days. But leather Tuscadero, you're welcome.
Joan Jett, thank you.
Joan Jett. She had a leather jacket on today. She was looking hot. I was like, you look banging. She had her little plaid shoes on. I was like, yeah, punk rock badass.
So, and then, what else did we do?
Well, you got a heavy shipment of. I'm wearing a wrist brace because for some bizarre reason today, I don't know if it's from working on the computer too much, jerking off too much, or whatever it takes. But man, like all of a sudden I came home and I was like, my wrist like, ah. So I'm wearing a wrist wrap for a little while. It's feeling better though since I put the wrap on it.
You want some ice packs?
No, it's not that bad.
No.
But I'm wearing a wrist thing.
It's probably from all the crap. I wonder if you didn't when we were carrying the stuff to the road. No,
I just came home and I was like, shit, it's old war injuries from the bicycle days.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot. It was a lot. It was exhausting. I think Friday was the most exhausting. That was the day of the bed frame and emptying the bedroom. Is that what you did everything on Friday? Yeah, and we brought this even showed up on Friday.
Did this show up on Friday?
I believe so. Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I think it might have even shown up on Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, because it was raining that day, and we brought it in. But we did a lot of.
Yeah, we took all that stuff went out in the rain. The futon, the armoire, everything. So, holy moly!
And you got a shipment of sexy clothes.
Oh yeah, from China.
And
they all fit.
Yeah, I thought I was like, I don't know about this. Let's see what happens.
They all fit, believe it or not. We were both shocked because, a lot of times you never know the sizes, even though you try to size it right, you just never know what's going to. In fact, it's actually, some of it's a little big.
A little big. It's
but we could pin it for photo shoots.
Yeah, but it looks good. I don't think it looks good.
And we took a small photo shoot yesterday.
We'll throw a photo or two up on our Twitter, but we have plans of doing some fun stuff. We'll do some fun things with this. We're going away to do relax, and then we're going to do some photo shoots when we're away and swim and hot tub.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Mm.
And then what else?
And then what else? What else happened? What more fun things happened?
And then yesterday happened.
Yesterday was the tickle fetish fiasco. So I refer to this as the tickle fetish fiasco.
Yes, which went down a rabbit hole that.
We did. It was in the morning, right? We did the morning, and we had a good time.
Yeah. Yesterday morning worked out really well. That was fun. That was. Oh God, we gotta step back. To Saturday night.
Saturday night. What did we do Saturday night?
And we went to the movies.
Oh yeah, we saw Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and I ate the biggest bowl of like the monster popcorn. I was like, I haven't been in the movies since before the pandemic, and I was like, I'm going for it, man. I got a big lemonade, I got a big thing of popcorn. I sat down.
I turn around. We're at the counter because I can't eat any of that. So I turn around, just looking around, and I look back, and there's literally a 4-person tub of popcorn sitting there in his hands with half a gallon of lemonade. And I'm like, who's going to eat all that? Who's eating that?
I was like, I'm chowing down, man.
No, I can't eat that.
I was like, I'm just going to sit here and just eat this and just relax. I really just wanted to just enjoy.
And we did. We had fun. We absolutely no one else in the movie theater except one other couple that came in kind of later after us. So it was like literally 4 people in the entire, me, us 2, and 2 other people in the whole fucking place. I was like, wow, this is nice. And then. Yeah,
so I ate like 3/4 of that bucket of popcorn and all the soda, and not soda, but the lemonade. Came home and I knew I was eating. I'm like, man, this is probably not going to be good for me. In the middle of the night, man, I started like, and by like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I was like, yeah, it was definitely a toilet run for the We could run for the bathroom. So that just all just it's just gnarly, man. Not a good time. So I don't recommend getting a huge bucket of popcorn with at least at my age.
No.
And the movie was great, man. I had fun. I had fun with the movie. I liked it. Anybody who doesn't can kiss my ass. But
No, I thought the movie was really good.
yeah, I loved it, man. Yeah. Introducing Kang.
You know who I liked? The Warrior Princess.
Oh, the chick who in the beginning when they first got down to the quantum realm, and
Yeah,
she was
who
kicking.
was she?
I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
She looked very familiar. Like
Yeah,
I've seen her in something and other stuff, but she was pretty badass.
Yeah, she was kicking.
Yeah.
Ass all the way to the end.
I'm not a fan of Kang the Conqueror. He made me mad.
He's
He's a bully. I don't like him. I don't know what damage he went through, but
Kang the Conqueror.
I'm not a fan. He's a meanie.
A lot of Kangs out there.
He's a meanie. He's just a big fat meanie.
Council of Kangs.
Yeah, I don't like.
So yeah, that whole morning was that, and then all through the day, man. Like we canned in the morning. It wasn't too bad, but I was burping and everything. I was like, oh, this is just so bad, and it's taking so long to digest all that nasty.
And when you have indigestion that bad, it's not going to go away unless you take something, or unless you eat a lot of protein. So, and I kept asking, I'm like, you want something?
Oh, I'm okay.
I could fix this for you.
I'm all right.
You want something?
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm all right.
I can make it go away.
That's all right.
You sure?
So I was just suffering through the whole day because the rest of the day was devoted to putting things together.
Big burps constantly, and a few farts here and there.
Yeah, a few tweets there and there. And so we decided we were going to cam again that evening. So we got back on, and I was in a good space when we started. I was feeling pretty good. I was definitely
I was fine.
Then we had somebody come in and they wanted Sally to have her feet tickled.
Well, first we had a guy that wanted your ass licked.
Yes.
Yeah, and you wanted your balls and everything licked. And
yes,
everything.
He was definitely on to my. Yeah, he was having a good time with that.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yep.
That's
so that was one of the first people that we had, which was good. It was good. And then, what was his name? Nylon
lover or something.
Nylon something.
What did he want?
Was he the foot guy?
No, that was Joe something or other, or Lojo or something like that. That was the foot guy.
Oh. So I'll let you talk about the foot guy because that was your arch nemesis. He was arching you.
The foot guy was like, how much to go? 11. It was already enough. 11 minutes of tickling her feet. Okay. We were like, all right. Well, I don't know. 200 tokens. It was on Chatterbait. 200 tokens. Like I was like, $1 a minute, but 200. All we're gonna do is tickle your feet. I'm not gonna do anything major. So, do you have a hairbrush? Yes. Mm-hmm. So we actually had a hairbrush up here. We got the hairbrush room. Mm-hmm. So we get the hairbrush. He goes back in. He comes back out. Blah blah blah. I'm like, this guy. A lot of people come in and they'll talk.
Yeah.
And they'll fantasize about whatever they want you to do, but they'll. So he finally put the 200 tokens in, and we're like, all right. So we went to start doing it. We put a gold show on, and I was ready for action at that point in time. But as I'm tickling her feet, this is not turning me on at all. This is not my fetish, tickling feet. That doesn't make me go, woo. So I'm just not turned on anymore. But I'm tickling Sally's feet. And then he's like, do you have the Doomy vibrator? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, you think this is going to tickle her feet? This is like heaven for her. She's going to be getting her feet massaged. So I'm like, she's sort of like not laughing or anything. And he's like, can you laugh? And I was like, well, that's up to her to laugh. But I'm like, I know that the Doomy vibrator is not making her tickle. She's making it like, oh, this is the best foot massage ever.
I know.
And so we do it for the 11 minutes. We do a gold show that nobody comes into on the other side of Stream 8 while we're doing this. And I sit that for 10 minutes. So we got 10 minutes, but a little bit longer. So I was like, that's 11 minutes where, we're done. That's your 2,000 tokens, 10,000 tokens. And, that I was like done and I was relaxed. But then he goes, how long will you get tickled for 1,000 tokens? So now I'm like, now I gotta I'm having to figure this out. I'm having to inside I ask me, well, how much is 1,000 tokens? I'm like, 1,000 tokens, every token's a nickel. It's like, what is that, $5? I'm like, it's 1,000 times 0.05. He's like, well, I don't know how much it is. I'm like, this is simple math. And I go $50, and then it's like, well, he's like, how long do we go for? I'm like, and at that point, I'm like, well, we just went 10 minutes for $10. So I'm like, I'm not tickling her feet for a fucking hour for $50. So I didn't know what to do here, and
I was just gonna hit him with, I was like, all right, so we went 10 minutes already. So you want more of this, which is going to stop us from doing anything else on any other site, because now we have to commit to just this guy, because we can't have a private or a gold show running, because we're not going to be able to stop and do anything else. So, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, fuck it, another 10, 15 minutes is $50, because now that's 20 minutes. And I'm not doing anything. We're not doing anything on any other platform but for you. So that you got to make up for.
So I was getting aggravated because I'm like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for negotiations like this. Like, we have a tip menu. If you want to take us to private on Chatterbait, you can do so, and then I could tickle your feet until the fucking cows come home.
Yeah.
I know what we're getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna So what should have happened, what we should have said was, hey, look, if you want us to tickle your feet for however amount of time you want, take us into private. You can stay in there as long as your tokens last, and then we'll tickle your feet until your head falls off.
Yeah.
Using any device that we can find.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking, and Sally didn't think about it either.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm turning this off. I'm not dealing with this guy anymore. And at that point, I was like, completely lost the whole vibe of like being turned on and being ready. And I was just like, I was totally bummed out. So I got into depresso Mitch mode, and I was like, this sucks. This is bullshit.
We shouldn't be doing this. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
And I'm like, are we doing this again? I said that to you. I'm like, we're doing this again. I'm like, and at that point, I got mad. You went to bed.
I was just bummed out. I went late in the bed, and I was like, I'm done for the night, man.
He went to bed. I had to dye my hair, so I was up past 12 o'clock by myself, dyeing my hair in the middle of the night, and I'm hot. I'm mad. I'm like, it's one thing. Like, I got that he got frustrated, and he, was done with doing camming for the night because this guy just kind of blew it and everything, and that's fine. I mean, the guy didn't do anything wrong. He had a fetish. No,
he had a fetish, and the way it should have been handled was, look, if you have something that's really specific that you want us to do like that, just totally forget how many tokens it's going to cost, pull us into private, and we'll just sit there and do whatever you want as it rolls, and that's what's going to happen.
And I'm fine with that, and I get that. Sometimes you just have one of those nights. But the thing that upsets me is when you start with we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't continue, you should just go back to working with animals and doing whatever. I'm like, I already have a full-time job, and I already have a part-time job, because I don't go and work for people to work with animals. I have my own. I have a whole reptile room, and I have 2 cats and a dog, and I have plants, and I have a garden. Like, I created my own job. So I don't need to go back to the vet industry to work with animals. I work for my own animals now. I have like probably how many? I have 3 tortoises, 2 water turtles, which I just had to separate because they started fighting after 15 years. And so I had to go through all that and create a whole nother tub for a little musk turtle that tried to kill the giant cooter. And, I have 1 6-pound lizard. I have a bearded dragon. I have a python. I have a boa constrictor. I was willed a rat snake. I have a tarantula. And the 3 tortoises, which I think I already named. Plus, I'm sure I'm forgetting. Oh, and a gecko. And numerous amounts of plants where I could have my own tropical rainforest if I wanted to, which I do. So I have my second job. I don't need to go back and work for someone else. But Yeah, that's what wears me out. Because I'm like, we just did all this shit in this room.
Why would you do all this work if
and
you're not
bought
gonna do?
all this furniture and rearranged and cleaned and set it up, and it functions and looks beautiful now. And now you're like, we shouldn't do that.
So needless to say, that didn't go over well.
No.
But that was it. Like I didn't think, like, I guess from now on the go-to thing is when people come in and the
Private.
chatter bait, they want this, that, how many tokens, like what you want us to do requires us to go into private. And then that's the end of the story. Then as long as it takes, is how long it takes. I'll sit in there for an hour and a half, tickling her toes.
It's fine.
Because the meter will be running.
It's fine. I mean, he was a very nice gentleman. He had very specific needs. I was more than happy to oblige because it felt good. And
Massage my feet with a doomy all you want. Get
Yeah.
the bigger vibrator out, Taekwondo.
yeah, dude.
Get all the vibrators on my
Yeah,
feet.
hit them all. He wanted an electric toothbrush. He wanted the whole nine. That we didn't have, but I would have done that. But yeah, so it just kind of, it wore me out. I just got very tired.
Yeah, well, when I don't know how the answers to things, and people come in and hit me with stuff out of left field, I don't know what to do, and then I'm like not turned on anymore. I'm like, well, I can't do anything more tonight to help you make money because I don't have the equipment rolling right now.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
I didn't even think about that until much later. And I was like, oh, well, if something like that happens, you need to go into private. You need to go into private. You need to, no, we do have a tip menu on it that says 5 minutes of this. Is this 5 minutes of this is this 5 minutes of this is this, but you come in and say like, can you balance the ball on the top of your nose and then wheel your ass to the side while you finger your snoochie with this? How many tokens is that? I don't even care how many tokens that is. Take me into private, and however long it takes me to get together and get that ready and get that going, that's how much it's going to cost you. It might only cost you like $4, but it's going to do what it's going to do. So go into private. That's it. And it does say on there how many tokens we are per minute in private. So
yeah, that's fine.
that's the so that now that we've talked about it, that's. But I mean, I do have anxieties, I guess, at times. It's like
you seem to this Confessions of a Cam Couple.
Yeah, right. Confessions of a Cam.
Mitch seems to have moments of regret.
Not regret, insecurity of like what we're doing. Like, is this something that we should really be doing? Like, is this? Even though, like, ever since I was a teenager, I've been looking at porn and
we both
sexy.
have.
Yeah, we both have, and it's not even like a thing that it's like, yeah, whatever, man. People have sex, but still, living in America, it's like shouldn't be doing that. 'Cause it's horrible. Meanwhile, have you seen that new movie where the guy gets his brains blown out 15,000 different ways?
Yeah, it seems like that's okay.
That's perfectly fine, which is really weird to me. But yeah, it still sticks in there, and
it's really a fucking bizarro. It's like a dynamic. It's a weird dynamic where graphic violence is more acceptable and permissible than just sexual exploration.
At 100%, it's 100% the more to kids, it's more acceptable.
Yeah,
like they're like, oh, we gotta do something about pornography on the internet because any kid in the world can see it. I'm like, yeah, any kid in the world can also just go on to YouTube and watch the first fucking 10 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, where people are literally getting their brains blown out.
Or
they just go to school.
Or any kid can just go to school that day and have some nut job walk in with a semi-automatic and blow the whole school out,
and potentially,
and it's fine.
That's fine. And don't worry about that. We're not, we can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
But if they see boobs or people having sex, what was that quote from that one porn star? It's like it's okay to watch life being taken, but it's not okay to watch life being made.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just.
But yeah, that still, I guess, sticks in my brain, and I'm like, should we? This is bad. Like, no, it's not bad.
Because there is an incredible double standard still to this fucking day and age, where like you would be fine, you would not be socially crucified.
Yeah,
I would probably lose my job and my real job, my day job, and be socially humiliated and just ran through the gutter because I'm a woman. So I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Fuck 'em.
I don't. At this point, I've been through so much shit in my life that I really don't give a fuck.
We're at that age our parents eventually got to. They're like, I don't give a shit what anybody fucking thinks.
No, I really don't.
Really? You think that's
I don't
bad?
care.
Go fuck yourself.
We're having a good time. At least most of the time, we're having a good time.
Most of the time, if you're having a good time, I'm sitting next to an outrageously beautiful woman. I keep looking over. I'm like, wow, look at her. She's stunning. Like, she's got her sexy outfit on, her 8-inch fucking spike heels with stockings, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, if the little fucking teenage Gigundo could talk to himself, he'd be like, well, really? Seriously? Yeah, just like in the videos that you're watching. You're kidding me. Yeah, oh no, dude, you're not even gonna believe this one. You sure?
Oh yeah. But yeah,
I do get Sally just keeps rolling right on down the road.
I don't have an issue with it. I just have fun. I mean, I have things that everybody's all about wanting to do my ass, and I'm sorry, America and Europe and everywhere else in the world. My ass will remain a virgin.
My ass is off limits.
It's off limits. And we had that yesterday, too. We had the one guy, and he's like, why, is his cock too big? I was like, no, I just don't want it done. I don't have any interest in it. I don't like it. I don't want it done to me. I'll peg him in the ass all he wants. I'll lick his ass. I'll finger his ass. I'll do whatever he wants to his ass. But mine is off limits.
No bueno. No bueno.
No bueno. Basura. So, yeah, no, it's just not my thing. Everybody's got their thing. So, but yeah, I probably get asked that a few times every time we go on.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. But yeah, it was a very interesting week again. We were doing a lot of modifications. So.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I'm feeling really worn out at the moment. I feel tired. So
Shaboomy.
Yeah. But that was everything, right?
Yeah, it was everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going away in a couple of weeks to we're gonna relax. We're also gonna do our sexy stuff.
Yeah. Well, we have all them really nice outfits that we're gonna model in, and we have a really cool room we're gonna be in. Super
cool room right next to a pool that we're gonna walk out and go jump into.
Yeah.
Yahoo!
Yeah. I need to get my pool on, and then 2 weeks after that is gonna be. Are we doing this? Are we doing that? I need to know ahead of time if you're going to have a meltdown over that.
I hopefully will not have a meltdown over the sexy party.
Because I got to book a pet sitter for that one.
Oh. I kept trying to get you to get to the hotel room at the party place, but you're like, oh no.
I didn't want to commit for 2 days. That if we were allowed to book a night, I would have been fine with it. But because I don't know how we're going to feel about it. I mean, look at what happened last night, Mitch.
Thank you.
I mean, we might get there. You might take 5 steps in and turn around and say, no.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
No, not my, too much schwants. Too much wingle dingle swinging around. They're going to be free willying.
Free willy. That's funny. I have no idea. I've never been to one of these things, but yeah, sounds good.
I can only imagine that's what's going to go on. What else could go on?
I have no idea.
Well, we're going to find out, I guess, because we have tickets.
Yes, we're booked. We're booked to go. So,
but we don't have a hotel room. I mean, we could still drive home.
I don't really want to drive all the way back. I mean, it's not that far, but it's just not going to be that much fun.
Yeah, I know.
So, but yeah, the other hotel that was down the street. Literally down the street. Looks like a good place to stay too. So we can get, and then we can get one night. So we can go Friday night, hang out, then go back Saturday if we wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. But even one night, if it's just one night, it's still. I mean, it's all inclusive. It's a pool. It's a party night. It's whatever. They have food, right? They have booze.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the whole shlabammy.
Yeah. So it'll be good. It'll be interesting.
And there's all kinds of things to go to all the time. Then they're gonna have another one back there in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, summer splash. So.
Ooh, that might be fun.
So if we have a good time, we will go back and get a room.
We'll go back. Yeah, well, at least now we'll know what we're in for. And that's what we got on the pipeline right now, right?
In the pipeline, yes, so to speak.
So to speak. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of purging. A lot of purging going on.
Yep. All right, I'm done for the evening.
Me too.
At least for this, yes. Thank you.
I am too. So this is Sally Sexy signing off. And all I'm saying is sometimes you just gotta kick them in the ass.
Kick me in the ass, fuck me in the ass. I just need my ass taken care of. Thank you very much.
It's getting chilly up here.
Turn the heat on any second.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some warming up before coming back.
All right. So we'll see you out there.
Are you out there?